brought to you by Gitanjali Salon, Channi Himmat, Jammu. Follow Ruchika Makeovers on Facebook and Instagram for best bridal makeup in town. Hello viewers, you're watching Jammu Links News. I'm Mannat Gupta and welcome to the daily updates of Midday News. Let's begin. The total number of COVID-19 cases increased to 5,555 in Jammu and Kashmir on Thursday after 149 people including 5 policemen tested positive for the infection. Of the fresh cases, 49 were reported from the Union Territory's Jammu region and 100 from the Kashmir region. The Union Territory has witnessed the death of 72 persons who had tested positive for COVID-19. Lieutenant Governor Girish Chandra Murmu on Thursday visited Doda and reviewed the developmental scenario in the district besides taking stock of the COVID-19 management and containment efforts by the district administration. Murmu also inaugurated various developmental projects. Complementing the efforts of district administration, the Lieutenant Governor asked the DDC to continue persistent efforts in order to effectively deal with the COVID-19 maniac in the district. The Indian Army on Thursday trashed media reports claiming that a number of its soldiers went missing after the violent clashes with Chinese troops at Galwan Valley in eastern Ladakh 3 days back. Indian and Chinese militaries held a Major General level dialogue on Thursday for the third consecutive day on disengagement of troops as well as to restore normalcy in areas around the Galwan Valley. National Conference President and Member of Parliament Farooq Abdullah on Thursday expressed concern over the situation along the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh and asked India and China to show restraint and engage in military de-escalation through dialogue. The MP from Srinagar said rather than headlocking themselves on the border disagreements, both the countries should engage in a profitable dialogue and congregate their efforts to bring long-lasting peace to the entire region. Jammu Police achieved a major success by busting a scooty lifter gang, arresting 3 members of the gang and recovering 34 scooties stolen by the gang. The arrest and recoveries were made by in-charge police post Gujjarnagar under the supervision of SHO Police Station Pir Mitha, SDPO City North Jammu and guidance of SP North Jammu and under overall supervision of SSP Jammu Sridhar Patil. Jammu and Kashmir Police Chief Dilbag Singh on Thursday warned that Pakistan will try to infiltrate more terrorists and give us impetus to violence in the Kashmir Valley and elsewhere in view of the standoff between the armies of India and China in Ladakh. The Director General of Police Jammu and Kashmir on Thursday chaired a high-level meeting of officers to review the security scenario of the Union Territory, particularly on the borders. The Jammu and Kashmir government has evacuated over 1.47 lakh residents of the Union Territory who were stranded in other parts of the country and abroad due to the coronavirus-induced lockdown. Till date, amid strict observance of all necessary guidelines, as per the official data received in this regard on Thursday, the Jammu and Kashmir administration has received 57 special trains at Jammu and Udhampur railway stations from different states and UTs so far, with 45,747 passengers, while 1,01,895 people from other states and UTs, including 328 from abroad, have been evacuated by the government through Lakhanpur checkpost till date. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has appealed to the people to mark the 6th International Yoga Day on June 21st at home with their families while following all norms of physical distancing. He added that yoga gives us an opportunity to know our immune system better, enables a strong mind and a healthy body.
इस बार का योग दिवस पहले जैसा नहीं है, लेकिन बड़े से बड़े संकट के बीच नया रास्ता बनाना, यही तो मनुष्य का स्वभाव है।
Several parts of Jammu and Kashmir witnessed anti-China protests on Thursday, days after 20 Indian soldiers lost their lives in a clash with the Chinese army in Ladakh's Galwan Valley. Calls to boycott China-made goods grew louder in the region as some locals smashed Chinese-made goods in the street. The Congress and Bharatiya Janata Party were at the forefront of the protest. The Chief Secretary BVR Subramaniam, while taking stock of efforts in a marathon meeting towards mitigating COVID-19 threat, directed Deputy Commissioners to continue strict perimeter control and complete lockdown in red zones and containment zones to control spread of coronavirus from these areas. He maintained that stringent surveillance is to be undertaken to ensure wearing of masks by all at public places. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh today addressed the inaugural session of two-day international workshop on COVID through webinar. Organized by Indian Technical and Economic Cooperation, the theme of the workshop is COVID-19 Good Governance Practices in a Pandemic. The conference is being attended by 80 international civil servants from 16 countries, including the Chief of Staff, Sri Lanka Army, 19 senior secretaries to government from Bangladesh, 11 district administrators from Myanmar, senior officials from Bhutan, Kenya, Morocco, Nepal, Oman, Somalia, Thailand, Tunisia, Tonga, Sudan and Uzbekistan. Professor J.P. Sharma, newly appointed Vice-Chancellor of SCOST Jammu, paid his first ever visit to Krishi Vigyan Kendra, Samba. On the occasion, Professor J.P. Sharma held a meeting with progressive farmers of the Samba district and laid emphasis on promotion of integrated farming system model, value addition of fruits and vegetables, and promotion of protected cultivation among the farming community. His discussion mainly focused on increasing the farmers' income manifold through establishing marketing linkages and branding of agriculture and veterinary products. Advisor to Lieutenant Governor Basir Ahmed Khan convened a public outreach program to take stock of people's issues and concerns, especially in the wake of COVID pandemic. The event was attended by several delegations and individuals who raised their grievances and demands concerning welfare and development of their respective areas. The advisor gave specific directions to the concerned departments for readdressal of the grievances raised by the deputations and individuals. The all-party meeting called by Prime Minister Narendra Modi to discuss the situation at the border areas with China is scheduled to be held on Friday at 5 p.m. The meeting was called after at least 20 Indian Army personnel, including a colonel rank officer, had lost their lives in the violent face-off with Chinese troops in the Galwan Valley area of Ladakh on June 15th. India on Friday reported the highest single-day spike of 13,586 new COVID-19 cases and 336 deaths in the last 24 hours, according to the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. With the addition of new cases, the total number of positive cases now stands at 3,80,532, including 1,63,248 active cases, 2,04,711 cured or discharged or migrated, and 12,573 deaths. Security forces gunned down 8 terrorists in 2 separate encounters in Shopian and Pampur area of Jammu and Kashmir in the last 24 hours. In one of the operations in Pampur, security forces eliminate terrorists holed up inside a mosque without damage to the structure. No firing and IEDs were used in the encounter to prevent damage to the mosque. Both operations were launched yesterday morning after specific information about the presence of terrorists. Police and army said while 5 terrorists were killed in Shopian, 3 were killed in Pampur.